Okay, I think my trucking is over with for the day. I got my tandems are supposedly on the way, but yeah, for the first half of the day, I got 6 loads in my truck in here. And I was able to squeeze it right through the fence, so now we're gonna get in here and start getting this spread out, and hopefully they'll bring the last 3 or 4, so. And I was getting them maybe around, probably 2 loads right at an hour. Just to kind of depending on traffic, but yeah, it felt like it took forever, but at least now I can get working on these 2, and then hopefully they'll show up and I can get finished at least getting it in all the pins today. And I guess we're going to put this same stuff out here. We call them screenings here. It's kind of the fines out of base rock, or crush and runs, what some people call it, but it's just it's almost, I mean, it's got, I think it's like 3/8 minus is what they also call it, the other quarry too, but it's mostly just the fines and very small rock. But that's what they had down here before. I guess the idea is it's not mud. Whenever it's wet out here, it's that stuff. But I got all of them built up enough now where I might need a little bit more, but I'm just going to do it with these screenings instead of trying to dig more of this swell out or haul more fill in. But the majority of these have 6 to 7 inches of fall coming out this way, which will be more than enough by the time we get the screenings and stuff on there. And then I got a little touching up to do out here. It was pretty soft and pumping pretty bad in places, but it's gonna get tore up more if I got bigger trucks coming in here. But for now, we'll jump in the loader and start spreading these out and see how far we can get. Here's how we're looking after the end of the day. I got 3 of the pens. A third one probably needs a couple more buckets and a little bit dressed up in there, but I brought 6 loads of screenings in my truck over here, and each load was 9 or 9.5 ton. And it took about, I'd say 2, maybe 2.5 loads in my truck to do each of these pens. I was supposed to have some tandems on the way for maybe like the last 3 loads, but they got tied up and never showed up today. So they're gonna get new fence, and it's supposed to be in here, and they're gonna kind of just split these right down the middle on these 3 pens, because I think there's 31 or 32 feet wide. That last one's only like 24, so they're gonna leave it, but then they're gonna separate these 3, so they'll have 7 pens total. And then they'll hang a new gate on this corner, but at least I got the screenings in there, or they can start working on the fence hopefully tomorrow or Friday. And all of this dirt they're going to cover in these screenings as well, and then we'll actually just come back and throw grass seed out and just kind of rake it in, and then that grass will grow up, because that's actually what all of this is right here. And I mean, it seems to work pretty well. The grass will grow up through it. It will have plenty of lime in it, which is good. Then I think I've figured out this thing has got a little bit of a water leak, because this spot's been getting more and more wet all day. So I've actually got a footing to dig in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'll come over here with the excavator and dig that up and go ahead and try to get that fixed. And hopefully, I was told the tandems will be here tomorrow. I'm going to get them to just dump them on the outside here, and then we'll get all this spread so we can get it dressed up, seeded, and then get the fence back up. I guess this has been maybe my 3rd full day out here. 3.5 days, something like that. Half of it was just been me hauling rock this morning. Not too bad, so hopefully get those knocked out by the end of the week and have this thing wrapped up.